or warnings are in effect across East Texas, but we are anticipating a watch being issued perhaps up to the north and to the northwest of Tyler here within about the next hour or so. There are stronger thunderstorms that are forecast to develop over North Texas and Northeast Texas that will eventually move into places such as Franklin County, Titus County, Morris County, and then along the Red River up into Red River County and Delta County and up toward Hopkins County. So possible watch being issued there. As for right now, skies certainly look like they are threatening. They are dark. We've got the showers and thunderstorms to our north, which I'll show you here in just a second. Maybe some light rain falling right now outside in your backyard. But as for thunderstorms, those are really confined to northern Smith County at this time, southeastern parts of Wood County, and southwestern Upshur County. In fact, there is one cell that is generating on our Titan indicator, perhaps a little bit of hail popping up. So let's look at that. And the probability of some small hail is 90% inside that cell. And that cell, again, is going to be just to the north and northwest of Tyler. So let's move this out of the way, and then we'll put a track on this, and you can see where the cell I'm talking about is going to be. It's essentially the cell that is sitting right here, moving into Gilmer, just out of Mineola into western parts or south central parts of Upshur County, and then into southeastern parts of Wood County. So I'm trying to right now, if you got any questions, we'll try to answer those for you. Otherwise, I got to tell you, everybody's pretty much going to experience the same type of weather here this afternoon and this evening. So you're not going to be, if you say, what about Athens, what about Jacksonville? It's a matter of timing. But other than that, I think we're all going to see numerous showers and thunderstorms throughout the area. So we're doing this live on Facebook. We're also doing this live on our CBS19.TV stream and also on our YouTube channel. So if I can get to this, and there we go. Now I got it popped up here. So we have quite a few people watching, and I appreciate you guys all checking in here on our Facebook live chat here this afternoon. We'll take about 15 minutes and then get back to work and try to get some other things set up for you. So again, right now we have that one cell. It's in northern Smith County. It is in southwestern parts of Upshur County and southeastern Wood County. The strongest portion of that cell currently is west of Hawkins, and it has some small hail in it. So that cell with that small hail is moving to the northeast roughly at about 40 miles an hour. So that's racing up toward Diana, Lone Star, Judson, Harleton, and Bear Creek, and that'll continue in that motion here as we head into the afternoon. We'll zoom in back on the cell here just to around Big Sandy, where there is right now some of the heaviest rain coming down and thunderstorm activity just to the west of Gladewater in the Big Sandy area. You can see several lightning strikes also at this time. And then we go back here to the west of Hawkins, where we have that cell setting up just a little bit stronger. That's going to be south of Pine Mills. That's up to the northeast of Lindale. So it's probably a really loud afternoon on Highway 80 coming out of Hawkins up toward Mineola near the intersection there, Mineola and 69 and Highway 80. Again, 100% chance now that there is some hail inside this storm. Severe hail does not look likely. Just maybe some dime-sized hail inside that. The wind, there's a little bit of wind also blowing around inside that cell as it crosses Highway 80. So if you can send us any safely pictures of any kind of hail or maybe some heavy rainfall, please do that. You can email us weather@cbs19.tv. Otherwise, we continue to watch some other storms, and we'll widen things out here for you. And you can see these other showers and storms up over parts of Camp County, now moving into Morris County, eventually into Cass and Bowie County, and then also to the north over northern Titus County, and those are eventually headed up toward Red River County and also out of Delta County. There's another thunderstorm, a little wider view of this. We'll see some showers and thunderstorms back to the southwest of Crockett. I am watching some of these showers and thunderstorms near Crockett as they move to the east and northeast this afternoon. They may move into an area, and I'll circle this area for you. They'll move into an area where we could see some additional strengthening, and that's essentially going to be, let me see, we got to do, they're moving kind of in this direction here. So as they move into Angelina County this afternoon, across Houston, Trinity County, and then up toward Panola and Shelby County, they may gain a little bit of strength, and that would be around 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. So if you live in Lufkin and or Nacogdoches, 3 to 4 o'clock could be a time when showers and thunderstorms get a little stronger in those areas. So again, no watches, no warnings. Storm Prediction Center is talking, though, about issuing a severe thunderstorm or tornado watch in the coming times. Charlie says it is, or Charity says it's very cloudy, really cloudy outside. Yeah, that might help us. Dorothy, you're welcome, keeping you updated for sure. The cloud cover might help us. It'll reduce instability. That'll rob the atmosphere of some energy. The issue that we have here this afternoon is going to be some strong wind shear that will develop. Wind shear is a change in speed or direction in the wind from the surface, the higher you go up in the atmosphere. And so there's sufficient enough wind change or wind speed directional shear that we could see these showers and thunderstorms gain in strength later on today. I think the bigger concern that we're going to face is after 8 o'clock tonight, and it's going to be with straight line winds on a line of thunderstorms that comes through, and I'll show you those in just a second. As for right now, the storm itself is still well to the west. There are some showers and thunderstorms closer to Oklahoma City that look a little stronger. That line is starting to sharpen up just a little bit. This is going to be part of that line that eventually moves into our area. That stretches back west of Wichita Falls down to the southeast of Childress. This should continue to fill in, and additional segments will form along that line later this afternoon. Another area that we're going to watch is north central Texas here towards Sherman, between Wichita Falls, Sherman, and McAllister. There may be some strong supercells that form in this area. These cells would ride along the Red River over into southwestern Arkansas. It depends on how far south one of these cells develop. If they could develop a little farther south, then that would bring into play Franklin County, Titus County, and Morris County. It looks like Smith County right now would not be included in the direction of those showers and thunderstorms in their movement. So I think we'd be okay in terms of those showers and thunderstorms that would be strongest that form north of Dallas. But this line of thunderstorms out here certainly means business. It's just kind of getting its act together. Notice out around Amarillo there is snow on the backside of this storm system. It will turn cold as temperatures fall into the 30s tonight. So back here in East Texas, it's cloudy. It is very gray outside. Again, that may help us a little bit this afternoon in terms of reducing the instability, but it won't help us once we get some of the stronger winds aloft into East Texas. All right, here's future skycast. You can see right now we just have some scattered showers around. I'm going to put this into motion, and you can see additional storms developing. Some of those by late this afternoon down to the south in Angelina County, Nacogdoches County, eastern Houston, and Trinity County could become strong, so I'll keep an eye on those. Meteorologist Savannah Hale is also with us this afternoon. And those cells, as they move into deep East Texas, could rotate, and we could get a warning off of one of those cells. But this is the line of showers and thunderstorms that we're most concerned about. And I'll put the pointer on here so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Obviously, I think you can see it's right here. You can see the yellow arrow going up to the west of Canton toward Emory, between Emory and Mineola to Mount Pleasant. That's at 9:30 tonight. All right, so at 9:30, and this is going to be a late night, the sun is set, so we really need you to sort of be on guard for these as they march through here, because when they come through, they could have 60 to 70 mile an hour winds along the leading edge, and they'll be moving rather rapidly. Between 9:30 and about 1:30, they've crossed all of East Texas, so it's a little 4-hour block there where we have the threat for those wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles an hour, large hail in excess of quarter-sized, and along that line, an embedded tornado warning cannot be ruled out. In similar scenarios like this that we saw last spring, you'll remember we had tornado warnings, and then when the National Weather Service went back and surveyed that damage, they found it was straight-line winds in excess of 100 miles an hour. So this can occasionally happen. Within a tornado warning, you don't have a tornado, but you have strong straight-line winds, and those straight-line winds can be just as damaging as a tornado. But anyway, that takes us through 1:30 tonight. So the key takeaways here: isolated severe thunderstorms this afternoon. I think they'll be fairly isolated. We'll have to watch for some marginally severe hail, but I showed you a couple of cells over deep East Texas that will tap into a slightly better environment, and perhaps as they do, they could become a little bit stronger. We could get maybe a severe wind gust or a tornado warning out of that. As we take this full screen again, I'll show you widespread storms tonight, high winds, large hail, and a tornado possible. And the severe weather threat really doesn't end until after midnight and not until after 2 a.m. for deep East Texas. So let me go back and play this out again for you, and we'll show you what is happening. So we have Laneville. Jesus is checking in from Laneville. high. And in Laneville, it's going to be a late night when the strongest storms get there. You might have a stronger storm this afternoon, but in Laneville, it's most likely looking like it's going to be closer to 10 or maybe even 10:30 before this line of showers and thunderstorms get there. What's Crockett in store for? Well, Leslie, we got to watch Crockett carefully this afternoon. There could be a stronger supercell that rotates through Houston County up into Crockett between about 3 and 4 o'clock. That cell will pass, and then you've got a long waiting game as you see some gusty winds come through at about midnight into Crockett. So those winds, it appears as if, according to this high-resolution data, as those thunderstorms get down into Houston County, they could weaken slightly, but still have winds in excess of 50 miles an hour. So strong thunderstorms are certainly in the forecast here, and I'm going to back us all the way up on our radar, and I'll back us up to the front so that we can start all over again, just in case you're joining us kind of late. We have about 4 minutes until we have to break away, and then we can we'll see you again around 4 o'clock is what we're going to do. We're going to go back and assess some of the information. Still waiting to see if the National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center issues a tornado watch somewhere in northeast or north central Texas. Right now they say there's an 80% chance of that occurring, but we don't have any watches and or warnings currently in place. The strongest cell that we've been talking about is that one that is over northern Smith County, moving into western Upshur County and eastern parts of Wood County. So let me go back on that one. In fact, I have to go all the way back. I see what we did. All right, so that would be that cell there, and I need to update this portion of the line. So let's draw a new line for you, give you a new timing on these thunderstorms that are now going to be moving into Winona. So it's about to get pretty loud in Winona. Some thunder, lightning, maybe some small hail about to move into Gilmer. Between Longview and Lone Star, there is a portion of that, of the leading edge of this cell, that could have some wind and some hail. But this is moving rapidly to the east-northeast, 41 miles an hour. So that's going to take it into Spring Hill at about 1:30, Harleton around 1:47, Berea, which saw a tornado a couple weeks ago, near 2 o'clock, and then Jefferson around 2:05, and then eventually right up on the Louisiana border by about 2:26. Ore City here within about the next 5 minutes will also get a portion of this cell. So again, what we're expecting out of this cell here, we can use our Titan indicator to find out as we click on that. Our Titan indicator will show you that there is a probability of hail now up to maybe nickel-sized in that cell, and it's an 80% chance. But the probability that it's reaching quarters, right now our Titan indicator suggests there's no chance of that happening. No tornado impact also with this cell, so there's no rotation within the cell, or at least a mesocyclone within the cell that could create a tornado. There's probably rotation if we have some hail with that. The wind impact, it's likely blowing some very gusty winds as colder air in the top of the thunderstorm falls through with the rain. It's probably creating wind gusts in excess of 40 to 45 miles an hour. The hail and the flooding impact may also be a little on the higher side. Again, it's with that cell that's just about to move into Ore City at this time. That eventually moves over toward Harleton. If we go a little farther down the line, you'll notice Tyler. Not much going on in Tyler, and so not much is going to happen in Tyler here until much later this afternoon. If you are out and about, you should be okay in terms of anything threatening that would come in within the next hour or so. It appears right now it may not be until later in the evening when we see those stronger cells move into Tyler. There's just not a lot going on back to the northwest. I'll widen things out. My bigger concern would be between Franklin and Bryan, that cell that is moving toward Houston County and into Crockett later this afternoon between 3 and 4. And really, the cell and line of showers and thunderstorms that we'll probably be mainly concerned about are going to be the ones out here toward Lawton that stretch back to the east of Childress. That's along the cold front. That is where the line is starting to strengthen and firm up a little bit. And so that may be the main show here, and that will come in after 8 p.m. tonight. So still some scattered showers, thunderstorms around the area. There is still a chance, again, that we could have an isolated thunderstorm as we head toward 3 or 4 o'clock over Deep East Texas and maybe closer to the Red River. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. All right, we got about 40 seconds until we take a break here. Again, we're going over the data. We'll have meteorologist Chandler Jordan back in here. We have meteorologist Savannah Hale with us this afternoon. We're going to be continuing to watch these cells. If you have any other additional questions, please post those on our Facebook page, and we will try to get back and answer those. But Jackie giving us a great report from Ore City, mentioning lots of thunder and lightning with some rain in Ore City. Those are the types of reports that are really, that's the ground truth that a lot of meteorologists will rely on. All right, for now, thank you for watching this Facebook Live, our YouTube stream, and our stream on CBS19.tv. We'll be back at 4 with another update.